house.
Chapter 1. 10 little sailor boys went out to dine. One choked his little self, and then there were 9.
Thank you for your assistance, Mr. Narracott. Everything and everyone nicely in place. I must say, I don't much like these clouds. I expect you should be heading back without delay.
I guess so.
Now it begins. Don't worry, Fred. I won't let you down. Oh, just a drizzle. It's going to get much worse.
If you think I'm going to be bad commentating over this game, you'll find Narracott does have a tendency to overanalyze everything, and he has a tendency of speaking out loud. Up here, we've got our inventory. Basic adventure game inventory. It just stores all the items up in here. There's a combine section here where we can click the gears, make things combined, and any item that we click with the magnifying glass we can look over. We can also kick it in and out with our right mouse button, and we don't have to click up here. Strangely, there isn't a button for the notebook. The notebook stores all the bits and pieces of information that we'll collect during our murder mystery tour, and in which we hope to collect bits of information. In general, the island got its name from being shaped like a wrecked ship. It was also down more than a few unwary boats in its day. This is this information we got from the intro. So it's just little bits and pieces so you can go back over. Of course, Henry Blow. He was the man who framed my brother, I'm certain of it. So we've got an unknown Mr. Blow. Somebody that may have framed him. His brother? I'm guessing that must be Fred. I am a little bit confused how Narracott will endeavour to find his way around Snoop while he's been told to get off the island, but oh well.
I should return to my boat to retrieve some supplies before I begin any real investigating.
Right, to your boat you go. In this quite horrible weather. As you've noticed when I move my mouse around, different symbols get picked up. The eye is for when your character sees something that it wants to comment on. It's seen something of interest.
Impressive. Not exactly my style, though.
Impressive house as well. The outside is probably not to my style either, but I'm sure there could be some improvements. And then of course the footprint icon indicates he needs to walk. This is only a few of the icons you see in game, but we'll just leave it at there for now. Of course he can walk and double tap makes him run. Now, I wonder if can we go this way? Oh, we can. Now this is interesting. We can't go a certain way to investigate. We need to go back to boats. For some reason the game's steering us towards this way. Is it necessary? Is it not? Who knows?
Narracott, you gave me quite a turn.
Oh, sorry, old
Taking a
chap.
stroll, Mr. Marston.
Just a short constitutional before dressing for dinner.
Interesting package. The storm's closing in. This drizzle is about to turn ugly.
That storm's closing in. This drizzle's about to turn ugly.
Yes, looks beastly.
Well, since Narracott's going to speak it, I don't think I'll repeat. What's that? Yeah, what is that? What are you carrying? Well, quite interested in that package of yours, so... Well, I think it's a package. It looks like a crumpled up white rose in his hands, rather too big, and I don't kind of think he's holding on to it. It's kind of just pushed against his leg.
What's that you're carrying?
This? Just some paper and string I found on the beach. Roger seems like a tartar for order and cleanliness. Thought I'd help out.
Terribly nice of you.
Well, I'm heading
Terribly
to the house.
nice?
If I were you, I'd do the same. Won't do to get caught out here when the brunt of this storm hits.
I'll be along directly, Mr. Marston.
Yes, of course, old boy. Whatever you say.
Yeah, definitely not stuck to his hand.
That was rather odd behaviour.
Odd? Of course it was odd. We walk into a random man in the middle of a storm and he's carrying a vague piece of paper. It looks like a crumpled up rose and that can barely stick to his hand. Of course it's odd behaviour, you nimpty.
The sea is looking pretty rough out there. Those currents could be deadly. I should return to my boat to retrieve some supplies.
Alright, we'll return to your boat. We can only explore the island if there's certain plot point and turning it. Another thing is you may notice he actually stops moving per each scene. Does get a little bit tedious, I reckon. Right. Now do you remember how many twists and turns that we saw?
I can see the jetty from here.
So can I, mate. To get there, now look how he does it with ease. We're already down one. Fair enough.
No, these rocks are too precarious to climb. I'd better stick to the path.
Oops. I think it's kind of funny he even considers it. Down he goes again. And look! Back to the bottom, that was quick. Well, looks like something's happened to our boat.
That thing's wrecked. No chance of returning to the mainland now.
Well, that was... Did you see that? I'm going all the way down here to look at my boat. But to comment about it, I have to walk back.
Scuttled. I wonder who would have done such a thing.
I wonder too.
Damn thing's wrecked. No chance of returning to the mainland now.
So, what? I'm gonna need to stop doing that. So what, are you not even gonna try?
Someone wrecked my boat. Fred won't be too happy about this.
Well, I think he also won't be too happy about the fact you didn't even try to get stuff out of the boat. I mean, come on! It's half down. I mean, you could try to get to the... But fine, we'll go back up. You can't get to your boat. We'll go around the corner, and we'll go and tell the butler fellow that your boat's been scuttled. The music will always be like this, if you're wondering. It will always be this modern, musical... I wouldn't say scary, but it's almost like a daunting sort of tone. Let's talk to the butler. There you go. The door symbol indicates door can be opened, or you at least can try to open the door. And the mouth symbol indicates speech. It's fairly simple enough.
Mr. Narracott, why are you still on the island?
Someone scuttled my boat.
Scuttled? Wrecked, you mean? But who on earth would do such a thing?
I intend to find out.
But that means, who will come for us on Monday?
Unless this storm lets up, no one.
Dear me, dear me. Come in, come in. You'll catch your death out here. I must help my wife prepare dinner. I'll have her fix you up something in the kitchen.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Nice lobby.
Where he's going to sleep, I'll never know. Ethel won't like this one bit.
Well, in a bed would be nice. While we're here... Actually, no, before I even read the blurb, how did he know that my boat was wrecked? I mean, can he see it from the house? Was he just looking over? Was he just looking down the path, seeing the boat, thinking, you know what, that boat's wrecked, but I'm gonna still make him walk. While I'm here, I'll read the blurb for you. No matter what you have read, no matter what you have seen, now play the world's best-selling mystery. Prepare yourself for an extraordinary investigating thriller in this superb adaptation of the world's best-selling mystery novel. First there were 10, a curious assortment of virtual strangers invited to a lavish estate on an isolated island. Through a recording, their mysterious host accuses each of his guests of murder, and they proceed to exact justice, becoming judge, jury, and executioner. For each have been marked for murder. Tension mounts and secrets are revealed as one by one the number of guests systematically dwindles, according to the ingenious plan of an unseen killer. Find the culprit or there will be none. These are my favourite sort of mysteries. The mysteries involving isolated locations, that there's a reduced amount of flexibility for the characters. They're trapped, essentially. And they are picked up one by one. And nobody knows who the killer is. Oh, nice painting.
It's an albatross. I can't say I'm particularly fond of the painting. The subject matter doesn't interest me.
Ooh, now this is a good indication. When you see the hand symbol, you can take it. I'm just gonna nick some gent's walking stick, but who cares? Marston was acting. Although, I suppose this is probably just an error on the game's part. That is now I got no easy reckless fool. He didn't see the game intro, did he? I would say he seems a nice chap, wouldn't say he seems efficient. Let's have a look around. Into here. We seem to be into the dining room. Rather splendid dining room, I must say. Working in a kitchen and have done tables. I should know what's on the table. I'm guessing that's a soup dish. It's a napkin, obviously. Butter knife. That's a fish knife. That's a dessert spoon, a tablespoon, a soup spoon. I think that's a salad fork. I'm gonna say normal fork is a silly name. And, oh no, actually that even might be a steak knife. Probably a steak knife. Fish fork. Oh, fish fork. What the hell's a fish fork? Oh, good job I don't have to set out only half of this stuff. Oh, that must be the centerpiece.
10 little sailor boys. Charming.
You know, for a tiny chap, Rogers, there seems to be a bit too much of a, maybe just the angle of the table, but it does look like this is slightly levitated, a bit of a bump in the middle. Oh well. And of course, this symbol here means go back. Ooh, what,
It's a rather ostentatious painting.
Is that all you can say? You can work out a vaguely looking squished sort of smear of a painting is a bird, but when you see a well-detailed one, you can't tell me what it is. Ooh, I'll nick a torch. Something that does come upon these sort of games, you do have a tendency of collecting a lot of stuff. Oh, good belly itch. Open the door.